All right, we're going to start this tour of Virgin's Resilient Lady down on deck 5. On every floor you'll see these, and highlighted will be what's on each floor, as you could see there. We're kind of midship-ish on deck 5 here. We're going to start you with the Sailor Services, which is in this area. There's an ATM machine right there. Now at the back here, they have the Mexican restaurant called the Pink Agave. They have 6 restaurants on board. They don't have a main dining room. You're going to go on your app currently 45 days before your cruise, and you'll make your restaurant reservations. But we did have a couple of town hall meetings on this cruise we were on, and they did mention on there that they are going to be changing that in the not too distant future. So by the time you watch this, that may not be the case anymore, but right now it is. So 45 days before, you're going to make your restaurant reservations for the week. You have 6 restaurants to choose from. You can only make one at a time in each restaurant right now. But this is one of them. This is the Pink Agave Mexican restaurant. They got all different size tables. Nice private ones, not private, but nice ones like that on the right. Marble ones there, if you're lucky enough to get one of those. All the restaurants can have, we were told at that same town hall, 200 people or so. And they all have the equivalent of 2.5 seatings a night. So 6 restaurants times 500. That means you could sit 3,000 people in any given night. So you may not get the restaurant of your choice, but you will be able to sit at any restaurant you want. But I do recommend making those, as long as it stays the way it is, make those reservations as early as possible to give yourself the best chance of getting the restaurants you want, and more importantly, almost the times you want. Now we're going to come down here on the right-hand side. That is the Redemption Spa. It was closed, and I'm not going to walk up there. There was a massive mirror, and all you would see is me walking up towards it. But that is the Redemption Spa. We continue straight on and turn left here. And we have the Razzle Dazzle restaurant. This is the second of the 6 restaurants I'm going to show you. Of course, like an idiot, I went to the right by mistake. The joys of filming. Nope, I realized I was going the wrong way and I went the right way. This is a vegetarian menu, but it also has meat options. So they're naughty and nice options. Now, at that same town hall, they did say they are going to try an experiment with changing the night menu on some of the older ships, not that old, but the Valiant Lady, maybe the Scarlet Lady. And they're going to make this the Lotus Flower, I think it was, in the evenings. It's going to stay Razzle Dazzle during the day, but they are going to change it to that. And if it works, they'll bring that across all the ships. It was an either Valiant or Scarlet Lady. I can't remember which one. And I can kind of understand why, because on this cruise, we wanted to change our time in the Mexican restaurant for Scarlet Night, and it was packed. We couldn't. We walked in here. We walked right up. It was a third full. So this is by far the least used of the restaurants. So that's probably why they're trying something different. So that's pretty much what we have on deck 5. Now we're going to walk you up to deck 6. Come back out here from Razzle Dazzle. Now they do a brunch in Razzle Dazzle as well that you can book. And don't forget be aware that when you leave the ship, at least the one we were on, you didn't have to be off the ship until 10:30, out of the room by 10. So we were able to book a brunch actually in the Steakhouse on the morning we left, which was rather nice. Because we were in no rush to get home. We were just driving back up to Tampa from Miami. So now we're up on deck 6. And we're kind of in the shopping area right now. We're kind of midship deck 6. So we're going to kind of go back and forth a little bit. But these are some of the shops that you have. This is the test kitchen. We couldn't actually get in here. The doors were locked. But this is one of the other restaurants you will go. They'll basically give you one ingredient on each course and surprise you, as it were, with the rest. So that's kind of a fun place to go if you're a little bit adventurous. It was nothing too crazy, and we enjoyed that a lot. More shops coming down here. Now you could cut across where we were, but we're going to loop around. This basically, they call this the high street for the retail shops. More shops there. Now this bar area on the left, it's called On the Rocks. And they'll have some bands and music and everything going on here. Right there. This is also a very good place to come on Scarlet Night because they do a lot of pop-up acts. I won't spoil it for you, but a lot of them will be in the area immediately to my left now. So you'll get a good view of a lot of things happening early in the evening, like at 9 o'clock is typically when it starts. So if you're around that area about 9, you'll see the beginning of Scarlet Night, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of great things to see. They'll also do some things out on the dock, which we'll show you in a while. But right now we have some more shops. This is the opposite side of the high street. One thing to be aware of on this, the tattoo parlor is there on the left. Normally it's further down, but on Brazilian Lady it's there. This is the Extra Virgin. This is the Italian restaurant. Nice and open. Similar to the Mexican one, but a bit brighter as you can tell. But when I say similar, I mean with small and larger tables. And again, about 200 people can sit in here at any one given time. So we're just going to walk you around here. The main cooking area there, bar area. One large table there. And these restaurants, this one, the Steakhouse and the Mexican, are very, very popular. So much harder to do a walk up in those restaurants than the others. Just a heads up to you. So we're going to come down here and continue back towards the front of the ship. Continue back towards the front. Continue towards the front of the ship is what I meant to say. So we come down here with more shops, a lot of shops. Back again past the On the Rocks area. Now where those green chairs are right there, that is where they do a lot of the stuff for the Scarlet Night. And that area leading up, that's called the Roundabout. So you can go up there to deck 7 and a lot of activities and everything there. Now on the right there is the Virgin store on this ship. That is where Squid Ink, where the tattoo place often is. So now we're going to come in here. This is the casino on the right. It's not the largest casino, be aware. There's the casino bar. And you can probably tell just by walking through it, it's not the largest casino. I think I did this one time. I counted there was less than 100 machines and about less than 20 tables. So it's, for a cruise ship, it's not very big. But before we get to the end, we're going to pop into this area. It's called the Manor. Bright lights. They'll do some events in here. This is where the nightclub is. I believe they do a dinner show in here. You have to pay extra for that. Comedy shows and stuff like that will be in here. They do a few smaller events in here as well. With the shows, by the way, make sure you book them in advance. Sometimes you can't do it till you get on the ship, but I would recommend if you want to go and book it immediately. There's usually a line when you get on. Hopefully that will change soon as well. But these areas are not the largest, so if you want your first choice and you want to make sure you get in, I would recommend you book it before. Don't just show up is my point, because you may be disappointed. So again, this is the Manor. This is where they do the nightclub and some shows. There's an upstairs area we'll show you in a second. If I can work out the door. And coming back out. We'll go up these stairs and show you the upper level really quickly. So here we are upstairs. There's another bar looking down. So that's the upstairs level. So we'll take you back downstairs and we'll go back out to the casino and continue our walk to the front of the ship. So we're going from back to front here. We kind of came out midship in those shops. The only thing at the back is the Steakhouse, which you kind of have to go up to deck 7 to the back and down some stairs, which we'll do in a while. So you won't be able to access it from deck 6. I don't know if you noticed the very poor edit where we went the wrong way and had to stop and redo. Lovely mirror there showing my lovely t-shirt. And Julie behind me, who's my director. She's shouting out things to make sure I don't miss them. There's some of the tables. Now up to the left is one thing we did miss. If you go to the left, there is like an event space called the Den that you can rent out if you have a big group. Use that for meetings and what have you. But this is the cage for the casino. There was a cash machine on the left, right, we just passed. But we're heading down towards the Red Room, which is the main theater. On the left down there is where the Den is. Now this is the Red Room where they do all the shows. And as you'll see in a second, it's not the largest of rooms, which is why I recommend that you book your tickets and seats, whatever, in advance. So you'll make your way in through here. And as you can see, it's not the largest of areas. This is where they did the town hall I was referring to earlier. This was a cruise they did just for kind of travel agents to show them the new ship. So that's why I was able to get all this videoed. And I was also able to video all of the cabins. So I have a separate video. I'll put the link in the comments on the same day, actually later this morning, where we were able to go around and video all the cabins. We did not get a solo sea view or a limited view sea terrace, but I got video and pictures of all of the other cabin types, including all of the Rockstar quarters. So if you're interested in seeing what the cabins look like, go to my channel or go to the link in the comments and you'll be able to see a video. It's quite long, like this one, but you'll be able to see all of the different cabins, video and pictures on the ship. Again, except the solo sea view and the limited view sea terrace. So it was a busy day for me today. And if you see the t-shirt I'm wearing, you'll see me wearing it again in all of the other cabin videos. Anyway, so we're now up on deck 7. As you can see, it shows you what we're going to see. This probably has the most things to see. So we are starting on deck 7 at the front. Now they also had the Red Room on this side, but we are now in the Groupie, which is private karaoke. So there's 3 different rooms here. You can come and sign up and you can have private karaoke nights with your friends and family. They have 3 rooms. They have the purple room, the pink room, and the blue room. Different sizes depending on how many of you there are. I do love karaoke, but I like doing it in the wide open because I think people need to hear my beautiful, soulful voice. That's a joke. Terrible. But these are karaoke rooms. Showed you the purple and the pink. We didn't get in the blue, but the blue is coming up on the left right there. You can just see it. So 3 different rooms. You have to go in there and sign up. There's the entrance from the Red Room up on deck 7. You can see at the back, that was the top of the theater area. So now we're going to come up here and walk down. This area is called the Sip. And they'll do champagne and stuff primarily there. They'll have the tea afternoons in here as well. So if you sign up for the afternoon tea, this is where you will come and they'll seat you appropriately in one of these areas by the windows there. You do have to pay for it. You can get tea, you can get champagne, you get sandwiches, all at various costs, of course. Back to the Groupie. I'm not sure. I am mental blocking. I'll have to look it up. Or I'm not sure if you pay for the karaoke or it's free. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. I didn't do it, and I cannot remember if you had to pay for that. But we're just continuing our way down here. On the left here, they have the Future Cruise Desk area. My Virgin Voyage, where they have special offers for you to come back. Very much worth it if you ask me. This area is called Voyage Vinyl. They'll have a DJ playing here every now and then. Do some trivia up there. And then on the right there is the Draughthouse. This is primarily a craft beer area. One of my favorite places to go. And I'm going to pop out here and just show you an area. Not a lot of people know this is here, but there's a nice quiet outside seating area you can go to. Right here. Now this area in the middle up to the left, they call it kind of like the chart room. It's the top of that roundabout area I showed you on deck 6. That is where you would come out up there. But we're going to bend to the right here. And this is the ice cream. Lick me till I scream. They'll have all the ice cream in the front there. The menu's up on the wall. And then directly behind there, we have the pizza place where they will serve you pizza. Shocker. Again, we're doing this video like at 6:30 in the morning, so nothing is open, but you get the gist of how it looks. So we'll come out of there. We're going to hang a right. I'm just going to pop this way real quick because there's one thing I wanted to show you on the right-hand side that we went past. The right-hand side as we're looking from here. So again, this area we come up to is kind of like, they call it the chart room area. But where those red seats are just down there to the left, that is the shore excursions desk. The future cruise was just beyond that, if you can picture it that way. And there's another outside area you can sit in down there. Another little area here, part of that chart room area, I think. Now, coming up here on the left is the Grounds Club. This is the coffee, specialty coffees. One thing I like about this area is that you can plug your power in there. So if you want to come over here and do some work, feel free to do that. And all those pastries were free, but the coffee obviously is not free. So we'll come down here. There's a nice little picture opportunity right there. If you're a brave, fearless, or whatever that was. I missed it. It was too blurry. Now we're coming up to what's called the social club, but right before there we have some games. Now I do think on Scarlet Lady, where those seats are, they have some games as well. So there are some differences between the ships. This shuffleboard, if I remember correctly, was outside where those seats were on the Scarlet Lady. But that social club, they'll do milkshakes, hot dogs, stuff like that. And then they have this arcade where they've got the classic arcade games, like you've got Space Invaders, Tetris, all these classics. And as I remember, these are free. Got a sit-down Pac-Man there. All sorts of classic games you can go in there and play. Now, right opposite here, we have another bar. This is called the Loose Cannon. All the bars pretty much on board are different, especially on the lower decks. So you're not going to get the same drinks in every one, but you'll get used to it pretty quick, what's in which one, and find your favorite or favorites, or just walk around them all. But typically, you'll find they don't all serve the same stuff. And they'll do a few trivia events in there. They'll do actual karaoke in right where we are right now a couple of times during the cruise. But so they do open karaoke as well. But I went there one night and they're all so good, I was not going to embarrass them with my dulcet tones. So I passed. So we're just walking back towards the back of deck 7 right now. A couple more things to show you and then we'll head up to the upper decks. Couple of shops on the left there. Again, this early in the morning they weren't open. So we're coming up to an area called the Dock and the Dockhouse, but not quite there just yet. There's a few little seating areas here, and there'll be a band plays on the left there. More jazzy music, more quiet music back here. Nothing too crazy. It's more of a relaxed mood around here. There's a Mediterranean feel to this area. But before we show you the dock, we're going to pop down here. Like I said, the Wake, the steakhouse is at the back of deck 6, but this is the way you would get there. So you come to the back of deck 7, the receptionist to be at the top of the stairs, and then you'll come down here to eat. And as I said earlier, they also do a brunch here. So you can, you've got the 6 restaurants, you've got the Galley, which we're going to show you shortly. But also you can do a brunch here or in Razzle Dazzle. You can book them all on the app. Always recommended to book them in advance. Try not to do walk-ups, especially the more popular restaurants like this one, Italian and Mexican, like I said. So now we're going to head back up these stairs. We're going to go across to the dock area. Like I said, it's a Mediterranean feel. They do have some happy hour food specials every day that change. So we found that on our last cruise. We kind of, every happy hour or every 5 o'clock or so every day, we would come to the Dockhouse, which is the bar we're coming up to on the right. And they'd have a little menu for the day right here. And we'd order some happy hour specials and try them out. Like little tapas, little plates. Little seating area there. And now straight ahead here is the dock, like I said. And this will wrap up our lower deck walkthrough. Juice bar there. There's one of the grab and goes. They got a lot of those around the ship, especially up on the Galley. Not open yet, but there'll be some sandwiches and stuff in there. You can just go take one as you wish. And then this is the dock area. This is very popular, especially for sailaways or sunsets. It's beautiful out here. It's a little bit windy, as you can see this morning, but on any given day, it's not like that. And it's absolutely beautiful and lovely out here, and it gets very busy. They'll have music out here. They'll have a DJ. They had one day, it was playing really loudly. They must have some really good sound reinforcement inside, because you could be loud outside, walk inside, you can't hear a thing. There's the bar. Straight ahead there is where the DJ was set up. We're going to walk past it in a second. Some more tables out here. So again, that's the DJ area. You can see down the side of the ship there. Lots of nice seating areas, but it does get busy and crowded here. So if you want to get one of these for like a sunset or a sail away, I would recommend coming early because it gets very popular. And now right before we wrap this area up, I'm going to pan up and I'm going to show you some of the Rockstar cabins. The ones you're about to see on the outside are the cheeky corner suites. In the middle are the suite afts. So that's what those cabins are. And above, you'll notice there's like a triangle clear area. We'll show you that in a second. There's a net up on deck, I think it's deck 16, that you can go stand on and look down at the ocean if you're brave enough. But we'll show you that in a short while. So that's some of the Rockstar cabins there. The mega Rockstar ones are the front of this deck. And they're all going to be on that video I told you about with my cabins. Just do a search or click on the link I'm going to put in the comments. But how's it sitting there looking at that view? Not too shabby. So we're up on deck 15 now. We're back at the front of the ship. Right behind us are all the mega Rockstar cabins. So again, that's in a separate video. So we're going to start here. This is the foot salon. We're going to take you in here real quick and show you. Or some sort of spa. I don't do these sort of places, but it looks like it's all for feet. And maybe hands as well. I don't know. Never had that done. Never had is it a manicure or a pedicure? I don't even know what they call them. Never had one. I got nail clippers. But not a bad view if you were sitting there having whatever it is they do to you done. That's all I'm going to say. So now if we walk across to the opposite side, and there's also another door right behind us we could have gone out to the pool area from. But we're going to pop to the right here real quick. So I want to show you a little secret room called The Scene that not a lot of people know about. It's a private, not private, it's a small little area where they can have events, but when they don't, you can come in here and just relax. If you had a big group, you can do meetups in here. I know that on Scarlet Night, the crew are getting changed in here. So there are times when you cannot come in here, but go in there and see if it's being used. If it's not, chill out. That area is called The Scene. We're mid to forward on deck 15 right now. Like I said, but if I went to the left out of here, it's all the Rockstar cabins. But we're not going to go left. We're going to go down here and we're going to come out to the pool area. This is the main pool. All these nice little seats around the pool. Bear in mind, there's no shade. So at your own risk, make sure you have plenty of suntan lotion, unless you're brave. Some nice little seated areas in the shade there. That bar is called the Gym and Tonic Bar. Gym, G-Y-M, because you'll notice either side, one side we have the treadmill part of the gym, and the other side we have the weights and machines. So there's a hot tub on the left, but in behind these windows here, you can see the treadmills. And there's a hot tub there on the left and a smaller pool. They call that the well-being pool. Big on gym stuff. And there's the other side to the gym and tonic bar. And they even have a workout area right here. More seats and chairs. And then on that side over there, they have the machines rather than the treadmills, if that's your thing. They call it the Balance Studio, and the other one is the Bike Studio, aptly named. So now we're going to come into the Galley. This is where you can come for your breakfast, lunch, and you can come up here at dinner. A lot of pop-up areas we're going to show you. On the right, there's some grab and goes. This is the Galley, and they'll have some fruit out in the middle. Some oranges and bananas there. There's a little map showing you everything that's in there. I will be putting out a video of all the restaurants in the not too distant future. But the cabin one and this one will be the first. But you'll see, this is the Galley, a lot of drink stations and everything around. This is where they have sushi, the bento boxes. Very, very popular. On the left there, they have pops and bubbles. So you can get an ice lolly and some champagne if you want. There's Diner and Dash. Aptly named, that's open a long time every day. But you'll see there's just various pop-up things around here. There's cereal, there's a burger place, there's bread here. They can get some pastries and stuff. There's just a ton of different options here to eat. We come down here. That's a salad bar basically, the daily mix. We have a drink station. There's a Coke. You can get Cokes here on that. Different Coke products. Waters there. And then here's another coffee place right here on the right. More seating areas. And a lot of these seating areas do have the power outlets, USB and otherwise. There's another grab and go. They're covered off, and the fruit, but they will be open a bit later. We're going to double back now because there's more to show you on the other side. But first, we're going to go straight ahead and show you the last of the main restaurants. This is Gumbae. So this is the 6. We showed you the other 5 already. We showed you the Italian, the Mexican, the vegetarian, the Razzle Dazzle, the Wake Steakhouse, the Test Kitchen. Well, we couldn't get in, but we showed you the outside. And now this is number 6. This is Gumbae. This is Korean barbecue. This is a lot of fun. You will not be sitting on your own table. You will be sitting at a table with other people. But you get to make some new friends. And the waiter will make it very entertaining for you, I promise. They'll play some games and stuff like that with you. And it's an absolute blast. You know, we really enjoyed this. I guess as long as the people they sit you with are nice. As long as they don't sit there and complain about everything the whole time. That wouldn't be good, would it? But as you can see, there's plenty of tables here. And again, I'm not adding it up, but we were told 200 people per restaurant, roughly. So that's Gumbae. A couple more things to show you on the opposite side, a couple more pop-ups in the Galley, and then we will take you up to deck 16. We're getting towards the back of the ship now. the main entrance. Coming back into that galley area, and we're going to take a right. Eventually, they got the pastries out ready. Not too shabby, huh? The bread. There was the burger place. Pretty much anything you want. Lots of different choices. And like I said, you can come here for dinner as well if you want to. The pops and bubs. Champagne and ice lollies, as they say. Now here's a taco. It's a taco, not a taco, whatever you say, because we were first and we say tacos. And there's the different choices you can get. They can change from day to day. They're the breakfast ones. They have lunch ones as well. And you'll notice around the tables, power outlets. Very nice. Some nice little touches. Guess what? More power outlets. Not always power, a lot USB only, but outlets nevertheless. There's a drink station. A couple more things to show you in the galley. More power outlets. They're everywhere. Yep, just to prove it. There's some actual power ones there, not just USB. Very impressive. This is the noodles. And the choices you can get there. They'll make it for you fresh. They'll give you like a buzzer, and when it's ready, they'll call you over. You can also order from your table. You don't have to go out. You simply you raise a flag on a little thing on your table, and they'll see the flag up, and they'll come and get you. And there was a sandwich place there, hot off the press, they call it. So that pretty much covers all the stuff in the galley. And now we are going to head up to deck 16. But first, I'm going to show you a little outside seating area behind the galley. You can come out here. There you go. Now, it can get windy at the back of the ship. There was mornings when it was really windy out here. But on a nice day, it's beautiful just to come and sit and enjoy your breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. There's some stairs going up to deck 16. We're going to take another set in a second. You can see the sunrise coming up. But some nice areas. It's a very well designed ship. So we're going to come up these stairs. Now this is called the Athletic Club Bar. We're at the back again of deck 16. And then right behind us is the net I was telling you about. We're going to show you that on the way back around. So I'm going to walk all the way around and show you the net when we get back around. You can go up there to the running track. We're not going to go there just yet. A giant chessboard. Nice little seating area there. On the left coming up is the basketball court. Right there. Now these cabanas you can rent. I'm going to give you a bonus. I'm going to show you a couple of them when we walk past them. There's 10 of them. This number 1 I'm going to show you a proper video of. That's one of the larger ones. And then number 10 at the end is one of the smaller ones. On board, the smaller ones were $250 to rent, and the larger one was $350 to rent. Not sure what comes with that. You have to check when you got on board, because I didn't rent one because I'm not paying that. But a lot of people like to. Nice and relaxing, nice and secluded. So as you can see here, there's 10 of them. So we're going to pause at the end of this. I'm going to show you a quick video of number 1 and a quick video of number 10 to show you what they look like inside. And pause. I was holding a pose. So here's number 1, because we actually were able to record these the day before when we were in port before we left. Get a nice large sunbed. Seating area. So you could just basically fit more people on this one. Right there, you got a fridge. Again, I'm not exactly sure what comes with it. You'd have to look that up. But this one would be the $350 one. That's number 1. And then we can pop up to number 10. And this is the smaller one. And show you this. So this basically just has a smaller sunbed and just one chair. So this would be the $250 one. So this would be for couples. Number 1 would be for larger groups. But nice and secluded. Nice view as you're looking out. That's the Independence of the Seas from Royal Caribbean on the left there if you're looking. This is in Miami right before we left. So back to the next day and we'll continue walking. I held a pose. I paused and hit play again. So back to the next morning. And here we are looking downstairs at the pool, the gym pool. That's the gym and tonic bar. We're basically above the gyms right now. So the upper level of the gym and tonic bar. Now these cabanas here on the right, the numbers, the red ones. Oh, before I do that, let me show you this. This is a drink station where you can fill up your water bottle. So if you bring a water bottle around the ship, you can go there and fill yourself up. And there's looking down at the main pool. But now on the right, these ones here, these are first come, first serve little 2-seat cabanas. Now they are footstools that come down. You'll see one in a little while where it is down. They weren't ready for the day yet. But like I said, these are first come, first served, and they are free. Did see them on one ship where they had them stacked up behind each other, which was a bit strange. And they got some little viewing things there. So those red little cabanas, little small cabanas, they're spread all around this deck. And have a look down at the pool. Now we're in an area they call the Sun Club. Now this area at the back you're looking over at is called Richard's Rooftop Sun Deck and Bar. This is exclusively for people in Rockstar cabins, so I could not get in there to video it, but that is what it looks like. So that is just for Rockstar people. Richard's Rooftop. There you go. This is a smoking area right there. There's a few more of those cabanas. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know about is that on the right side coming up here, there's a Sun Club Cafe, the outdoor eatery where you can get poke, sushi, and all good stuff. Chicken rice bowls. You could go for a 5-day cruise and not know this is here if you didn't come back this way. But it's very good. I do recommend it. Try something different. And this is the other side of Richard's Rooftop. Again, this is just for people in Rockstar cabins. You have a little wristlet on this. You don't have a card to get in your room, and your wristlet will allow you in some places and not in others. If you're not a Rockstar, you are not getting in there. Trust me, I tried. So now we're going to come back down the other side. We're going to end up by that net I was telling you about. One more look down at the pool and the nice sunrise. I love a sunset, but I love a sunrise too. I see enough of them when I make these videos, because we always try and do them this time in the morning. A few more of these little cabanas. There's one on the end with the footrest down, to give you an idea what they actually look like. You can pull that out, obviously. Now, this area we're coming up to now, they call the training camp. They have this is where you do all the group fitness. There are some rooms in there, but they have like a little boxing ring here. All sorts of outdoor training apparatus you can use. Inside these doors, which I tried to get in, but they were locked, is where they do the group fitness. Yep, couldn't get in. Try and show you, but that's where you would go for that. And then as you walk down here, you'll see more punch balls there, and all sorts of outdoor gym stuff. A few early risers around. These are sunbeds that they'd covered up for the night. They were opened later on. We'll make our way down here. We're now pretty much on the opposite side of that basketball court, which is quite narrow, but it's right in there. And then they have a lot of unique things. You can swing, seesaws, all sorts of different things. And as we come back around to the back side, is the opposite side of the athletic club bar. There's a hot tub there on the right. And we're going to show you that net. It's called The Net, believe it or not. Then we're going to walk up to deck 17 and show you that, and then we will wrap up. So there's the net. As you can see, that's what we looked at from below on deck 6. You can stand on that. It's roped off right now because it's closed, but they'll open it up later, and you are more than welcome to go onto that. It's very strong. It will take your weight, and you can get a nice picture opportunity. So that completes a loop of deck 16. And now we're just going to pop up to deck 17, where we'll pretty much wrap things up. Another hot tub there. Showed you that before. There's the giant chess set, but instead of going straight to the right, we're going to go up these stairs. A few cool things to show you up here, and then we're done. So this is the jogging track, or running track, whichever you want to call it. Looking down at the basketball court there. Now, one thing you'll notice, there's a big old red Virgin sign coming up on the left, which is a great photo opportunity. There's one on either side. So at any point during the day, you come up here. There's a great photo op right there. Take advantage of it, I recommend. All right, now here we are coming down this way. And we're going to come up to an area called the Perch. No, we're not. The Perch is at the other end. What do I know? Ignore what I just said. But enjoy the view of my shadow. So we're still going around the running track. Trust me, I am walking. Coming down this way. There's the other Virgin sign I was telling you about. Coming up to the front here. One thing I love that's very cool, off to the left, through these white sheeted areas there is a crew bar area, which is pretty awesome. The crew actually get to come up to the top of the ship, right where those white fences are. It's all the crew area. Now we're going to come in here. And finally, we're going to finish showing you the Perch. This is the Perch. I was turned around a little backwards. Almost got through the entire video without making a mistake that I'm aware of. And I have to make one, don't I? But I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to redo it because I am only human. But this, you can have some private events up here. Or do a few events as they go during the cruise. But not too busy up here. So that is the Perch. So that, ladies and gentlemen, completes my tour of Virgin. I always like to ask a question when I do these videos. And it's a very, very simple one today. What is the colour of Virgin's party night? Couldn't be much easier. But it's my way of seeing if anybody actually took the time to watch this whole video. And don't forget, my cabin video will be in the comments. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.